And this is about what to do in IELTS reading tests. So first of all, passage one, you can see if the topic is read research about twins. Okay, so in this is a paragraph that you will read in about 10 minutes, and then you will go to exercise like this. Okay, questions. There in one after one passage reading passage, there will be about 13 questions. Okay, after reading passage 1, you will have 13 questions, and after reading passage 2, you will have another 13 questions, and that is from 14 to 26. And in after reading passage 3, you will have 14 questions. So in this way, 13 plus 13, 26, and plus 30, plus 14, they make 40 questions. And for each passage, you have 20 minutes to do it. So definitely you will take about 10 to 12 minutes in reading. Okay, give fair time. It doesn't take long until do the test. If, uh, in what you see, in doing the test, you don't take long. Okay, but do give some time to reading so that proper understanding. What you have to do, nowhere, these are 20 questions and you don't have to write anywhere more than 3 words. Okay, and mostly 30% there are multiple choice questions, A, B, C, D, like that, and there are also true false as well. So almost 50% test is out of 40 questions. Almost 20 are almost yes no type questions. Okay, so or multiple choice questions. So where you have to write, there's about 50% that you have to write one word, two word, or 3 words. So this in the beginning we see that there are 13 questions after reading this passage, paragraph, this passage, and you see these 13 questions are divided into two two sections, two parts, or 2 to 3 parts. Okay. So in the first, you have question 1 to 4. Do the following statements agreeing with the information given in reading passage 1. Write true if the statement agrees with the information. Write false if the statement contradicts the information. And write not given if there is no information on this. So here, what you have to do is to write um, T, F, and G. Okay, but when you transfer the answer to the answer sheet, there you write against number 1, write as true. Okay, then you can write false. You can use it write not given. Okay. Anyway, they can understand T, F, and NG as well. T for true, F for false, NG for not given. They understand it, but I should advise you, as they say, right. In the do the following statements agree with the right. Okay, and box what process. Do the following statements agree with the information given in the reply. So you need to write true, false, not given. So I advise you to write true against when you need to write T for true. Don't write in short form. Okay, in the answer sheet. But here I will use T, F, or NG. The first option, and there may be genetic causes of other differences in how young the skin of identical twins looks. Okay, well, this is what you should say. You can write. We have to go make it look bigger, and this is the way to make it look bigger. Okay, so that you can understand. So, so this is false. Okay, answer is false, like this. Then you see twins at a greater risk twins are at greater risk of developing certain illness than non-twins. Okay, so the statement says that twins get certainly have more chances of getting ill. So this is not given. About this information is not given. Okay. Number three, Bukhari advertised in newspapers for twins who had been separated at birth. Okay. So answer to this question is relating to this information is not given. So you write NG. Then you come to question 4. Epigenetic processes are different from both genetic and environmental processes. Okay. So answer this is true. So in this way, you have done this task. Okay. And later you will answer, transfer these answers to the answer sheet. Okay. Now we move on to remaining questions relating to this reading passage. So question 5 to 9, look at the following statements. Question 5 to 9. Okay. So that means the 13 questions are divided into 3 parts. Okay. Mostly 2 to 3. So look at the following statements. Question 5 to 9 and the list of researchers below. So there are 3 researchers and they have been given their name and you have to write A, B, C. Okay. Match each statement with the correct researcher A, B, or C. So researchers' names are given here. A means Francis Galton and B means Thomas Booker and C means Daniel Reed. So we have to identify which statement relates to which scientist. So number 5 invented a term used to distinguish 2 factors affecting the human characteristics. Okay, who did this? So A is the option, Francis Galton. Okay. So you write A, and I will advise you write 5 here against A. Okay, 5. And at the same time, I do identify this. Number 5 is answer to this is A. Like this. Okay. Now we come on to next question, question 6. Express the view that the study of epigenetic genetics will increase our knowledge. Okay. Who said this? The answer is C. Daniel Reed said this, so answer is C. Next we see, okay, there is number 7, developed a mathematical method of measuring genetic influences. Who did this? Who developed this method? So Thomas Booker. Okay. Right here, number 6. This is number 7. Okay, number 7, B. B is the right option. Then we see come to the next question. I'm sorry, I makes it late because if I see makes a small size of the page, then I can't see the text that I write against each statement. So, question 8, pioneered research into genetics using twins. Okay, who started this? Pioneer, who was the leader of this research, and it was Francis Galton. Okay, so Francis Galton is the right 8 here around it. Okay, answer to question 8, 5A, question 8A. Okay, let's see is 8. Then we have another last statement in this section. Carried out research into twins who had lived apart. So who did this? Again, this is Francis Galton. Okay. So answer 9 is also goes to this. So in this way, this is 9. Okay. So we have completed see, 9 questions and there are still more. As is question 10 to 13, complete the summary using the list of words, each paragraph. And you can see a topic is epigenetic process. Okay. Here we are. Epigenetics. Now what to do? You see this is fill in the blanks. I'd advise you just first take a pencil and strike a line on each number. Okay. Because sometimes they interfere with your thinking process and they cause distraction and they add to your difficulties. Now it's easy to see fill in the blanks because we will not read them in epigenetics. So the words are given. You can say A, B, C, D, so many words are given, and you need to write. What you need to write is the A, B, C, D in the spaces. Okay, but I will write the words for your help. In epigenetic process, chemicals. So option D is chemicals. And here is right 10 against it. 10. The word is chemicals. Chemicals. And I will also write the letter D for you here. Okay. Oh, here, here. D. Okay, this is not D, this small letter, capital letters. D. Okay, so this letter goes to here. Again, what's a D? These are chemicals. Chemicals, I better put a bracket from them. Yes, D means chemicals. And then in epigenetic process, chemicals influence the activity of our genes, for example, in creating our internal what? Internal organs. Okay, here I should write organs. Organs, organs, and the option is B. So I will give them a proper place here, organs, and option B. Okay, here we go. I'll put a bracket on these. On both sides. Okay. So organs. B is the right option. Okay. And I'm not writing this ABC right in the empty space, so it should not interfere with your process of thinking. Okay. So when we read this, because we have to read it again and again, so that's why I am writing these words, not the letter ABC. In epigenetic cases, chemicals influence the activity of our genes. So, for example, in increasing our internal organs, the study of epigenetic processes is uncovering a way in which our genes can be affected by our what? Environment. Okay? By our environment. So you write environment here. E. E is here. Okay. So 12, then one example is that if a pregnant rat suffers stress, the newborn rat may later show problems in its behavior. Okay. So F is the answer, behavior. BEH behavior. So it's red underline because math considering don't write U in their spellings. So for this reason, it's showing the red line. Okay. Uh, Behavior. 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 So these are the British spellings for behavior. And we like this. F. So you see, we've done it, and you can see what up the question 10, answer D. Question 11, answer B. Question 12, answer E. Question 13, answer F. Okay, don't write the words, okay? Only A, B, C, D, as it is suggested. It's a complete summary using the letters A to F, okay? So pay attention to that. You will write A to F, not the word, okay? Don't try to explain it. Right? When you mark in the answer sheet, don't write 10, D, and chemicals. Don't write this. Do only this one, okay? Don't write this. This was only to facilitate me and to keep on understanding what the idea is going on. And later I could erase them, okay? And now we move on to reading passage 2. What is the topic of this? An introduction to field sound. Okay, remember this topic. It will take time to read, and in that case, video will become pretty long. And more important is what you have to do, try to understand the examination. So these questions, they are questions of 14 to 26, and they are further divided into two parts or three parts. Maybe more than that, okay? I recently saw in four parts, normally two to three. Choose the correct letter A, B, C, or D. Okay, four options are given A, B, C, D. Which is the right one? You need to write. 14. In the first paragraph, the writer makes the point that it would be wrong to overlook the contribution of the sound to the artistry of film. So B is the right option, as you write B in the answer sheet. Okay, against number 14. So B is the option. And number 15. In the third paragraph, the writer suggests that audiences are likely to be critical of film dialogue that does not reflect their own experience. Well, this is a choice, and now you can write A against the number 16. Okay, so A is the best option, and I will put it here. Now, number 17. Sorry, this is number 15. I mean, one reason that the writer refers to Humphrey Bogart is to exemplify the importance of the actor and the character appearing to have similar personalities. Okay? So this is mentioned in, so the answer to this statement is A, matching statement. And 16, in the third paragraph, the writer suggests that the most successful films are those with dialogue of a high quality. So the option D is the right one, and you write D against question 6 in the answer statement, in the answer sheet. Now you see another statement, number 17. What does the writer suggest about the bringing up baby? Okay. Well, the option to this is oh God, what's going on? I'm sorry, 16, I'm doubtful. Answer B is part 16. Answer B is the right one. Film a dialogue that appears to be dull may have specific purpose. Okay. Then answer to this, what does the writer suggest about bringing up baby? And he says the nature of the dialogue emphasizes key elements of the film. So answer D. D is the right option. For 17D. And for 18, the writer refers to the click of a door to make the point that realistic sounds may be modified in order to manipulate the audience response to the film. So again, so when you read, you'll see that C is the right option. Okay? And this is question 18. I'm sorry that it was omitted, but I was noting it. So here, this is 18. Oh, 18 you can say. Next, we have questions 19 to 23. We have to write true, false, and not given. Okay. So audiences are likely to be surprised if a film lacks a background music. Well, this is true. Okay. Background music is the part of the film. Okay. And naturally, we will be surprised. So you need to write true, false, or not given. Okay. Then let me see how we can see this. All right, T. And background music may anticipate development in the film. True. Okay. So the role of background music is very important in films. And then you can see background music has more effect on some people than on others. That's also true. Okay. It happens. And background music may help the audience to make a certain connections with the film. This is not given, okay? Audiences tend to be aware of how the background music is affecting them. True. Tend to be aware to how background music is affecting them. Okay. So you need to, this 23 are completed, and there are still more. And we have to go through this is 24 to 8. So you see, complete each sentences with the correct ending A to, so these are the sentences that need the matching almost, okay? Which sentence this part of sentence matches to which ending, okay? So this is what we have to do. Identify A, B, C, D, E. These are the options, and we need to write A, B, or C. So, part 24, the audience response to different parts of a film can be controlled. So, you can see when the audience lists the audience, and the audience responds to different parts of a film I can control. So each can be, we have to make choices. 3. Most probably E. Okay. When the actor's appearance, voice, and moves are consistent with each other. So, to my judgment, it is E. And you can write E here as well uh, against this letter E. Okay. 24 E. Then the feelings and motivations of characters become clear. So if voice, sounds, and music are combined appropriately, well, that's good. That's it. Okay. So 25 matches to C. So 25 matches to C. Here we are. A character seems to be a real person rather than an actor. When the audience listens to the dialogue, a character seems okay. It is when it happens at 26. You see, this word when is also helping in this context. This when, and two ifs, okay? If so happens, if like that. So A is the right option. We can write A here. So in this way, the exercise, the test after that's given after reading passage 2 is complete. Okay, this is you have to do in this on the test, and later you have to transfer the answers to the answer sheet. For question 26, you write A. For question 25, you write C. For question 24, you write E. Okay, the answers are given here. Now we move on to reading passage 3. Okay, this is reading passage 3. You should spend about 20 minutes, 10 minutes in reading, 10 to 12 minutes in reading, and let's see, 7 to 8 minutes in doing the test. So question 27 to 40, which are based on a reading passage 3 on the following pages. Okay. Here you see this type of question will be before reading the test. Okay. Sometimes naturally it is we are expecting to then to the question. The test will start after the reading. But cleverly they give some question. This type of question, see before reading the passage. So it is a trick. Naturally, take note of that when they say passage on when this following the on the following pages. Okay, so there are passages on the following pages. Okay, after that, so that means of course you go to that, read the passage, and come back to this part. Okay, they could give this these questions right after the passage, but they have cleverly given before the passage. So be careful about it. Some students they do the questions after the passage, and these many questions go missing. Okay, so we see here questions 27 to 32. This is passage. See, this is very important to note. Okay, and remember your the paragraph one, passage one. Normally there are 13 questions, but questions may be between 12 to 15. Okay, so it's in the passage two, and there may be questions, 12 to 15 questions in that passage, and similarly in the last passage there may be questions 12 to 15. So in between, so normally they give 13 plus 13 plus 14 plus 14, and in this way they make a score. But cleverly they have given 66 questions here before the passage. So be very careful about it. The reading passage C has 6 paragraphs, A to F. And sometimes there are passages, sometimes there are paragraphs, sometimes there are sections. Okay, they make section A, B, C, D, F. If there are more paragraphs in one set, okay, so they also make a clever division regarding this. Now we come on to the questions. We have to say okay, these are the different statements. Which statement is in paragraph A relates to paragraph A, which to paragraph B, which to C, which to... So we have to relate the information given. In paragraph C, differences between languages, highlighting their impressions, impressiveness, differences between languages, highlight their impressiveness. This matches to here. Where is this matching? Ah, so you better read paragraph 1A first, and then you come to see which one matches is matching to A. So, and to this we have, let's see, uh, 6. Why a language is the most important invention of all. So this relates to 27. Paragraph A, and the answer is right here, like the VI is given like this. Okay, so question 27, answer 6. And I am writing this here so that I must understand that I have used this option before. So I may not have to read it again and again. Then read paragraph B and then come on to this section and trace the relevant information. In this case, we have this one, 28 relates to option 4. Option 4 says apparently incompatible characteristics of language. Okay, so this is what we have to match. Come on, like this. Okay. Now read the passage 3 and come on to the if sometimes answer is given an example, but I think they have given a that practice, they don't give an example. But previously they've been giving. So answer to question, when we read the passage, we'll come to know that this is in passage C, paragraph C. And the way in which a few sounds are organized to convey a language range of meaning. So, and this is 29, and we move right to here. Okay. Then you see, read the paragraph B and come on to make a choice. So, which one is right one? See, this one is right one, the universal ability to use language. Okay. 30. And the paragraph D, the list of options, 7. The universal ability to use language. Then we see read the paragraph E and then come on. Here we have used these options and differences between languages highlight their differences. So this was relating to up in question 31, paragraph E. So E is 1 relating to first statement, first sentence. Okay, paragraph then go and read paragraph F, and you will come to know that this matches to option 5. Even silence can be meaningful. Yes. 32. 5 here. Where is 5? Okay. And you see this part in the paragraph by now we have completing questions 27 to 32. So still 8 questions are remaining, and we need to do them as well. So now there is paragraph. Questions should have been after the paragraph passage. Okay, and they have given them before the passage, so that makes it a bit difficult. Now is to see what's is all paragraph. Okay, now we have question 33 to 36. Okay, so complete the summary as you think the list of words A to G below. Okay, write the correct letter A to G and boxes 33 to 36 on the answer sheet. Okay, answer sheet is a separate page. Okay, on which you collectively transport all the answers. Now we see the numbers that come. I will take a pencil, strike the numbers first. Okay, and 36, and there is 37. 33 to 36. Okay, 33, where is 33? 33 flying somewhere. Yeah, it is. So, where are the words? The words are in the here given in the box. The difficult, admired, fundamental, complex, and you see material and original, easy. Okay. So here you can see we can write them. And the wheel is one invention that has had a major impact on dash on what? On material, okay? So 33 here, material. M-A-T-E-R here, material, okay? I have put a bracket, you see, on both sides of this word because we don't write material in the answer. Where there we write letter E. E is the right option. I have plenty of space, that's why I am see writing E on that. Okay, now we come unto the next question. 34. Okay. Aspects, material aspects of life, but no impact has been as dash as that of language. Hmm. We see the words. This is fundamental. Okay. You write fundamental. So G is the right option. I do write G. As impacted, um, as fundamental as a that of language. Language is very what? Language is very complex. Okay, in the passage it is written complex. So you should write this 35. These words may not be the exact word, but they may give similar meanings. Okay, so complex is the right word for this. B is the right answer. And yet, composed of just a small number of sounds, language appears to be dash to use. Easy. So you write easy here, EASY, easy, and the letter F, you need to write blanks. Okay, so easy to use, however, its sophistication is often overlooked. So this is that we have completed questions 33 to 36. It was fill in the blanks. Okay, remember when you see the numbers before the blank space, you just strike a line on them so that they should not interfere with your thinking process and making right to see calculations. So sometimes these number match to the answer very closely to the answer that we are going to write. So I have found them very disturbing. So I just strike a line on them. It further facilitates me in doing the test. Now we have question 37 to 40, and the same type of question as you know before, that these are yes, no type questions. And you can see yes, no, yes, if statement. Sometimes there is true, false, sometimes there is yes, no. So Now remember this, if there's two false, write T and F, and if there's yes, no, then write Y and N. Not given, NG is the same. But when you are transferring the answer to the answer sheet, do write yes, proper spellings, YES, and no, proper N of no. Don't write Y and NG, though they are acceptable, but don't take the risk. This is my advice. And 37, human beings might have achieved their present position without language. No, this is not true. Okay, so you write no. Here we can see now once again. The Port Royal grammarians did justice to the nature of language. Yes. So write yes against this statement and then come to the next statement. A complex idea can be explained more clearly in a sentence than in a single word. Not given. Okay, these Sumerians, these are the people of belonging to an old civilization, and the Sumerians were responsible for starting the recording of events. Yes. So in this way, you see, we have completed the test, and later as you will transfer the answer to the answer sheet. Answer sheet is also given, and you can see that all these answers can be transferred to. That is the thing that you have to submit. Though they will also take this test as well, and they will not allow you. But this is how what you have to do, okay, in your reading test. And thank you for watching. And if you have not yet, please subscribe the channel and press the like and bell button to get the from us. And if you need classes or further information, my see Zoom meeting link is given. Just to give me a phone call so that I'll be online and talk to you. Have a thank you for watching. Have a nice time. Take care. Best of luck for the exam and wish you a very big success with big bands. Okay, goodbye.